Deloris Quarles joins us today to talk about the Wrightsville Rehabilitation Project. I believe, Deloris, you are the mover and shaker of this concept. How did it all come about?
Well, about a year ago, in June of 2017, we was always trying to look for ways to improve our community. So we went to our board supervisor, representative, and we asked about some grants. Was there any grants or anything available? And he told us that our county administrator was working on some things, and that if we could get a meeting together with our community, that they would set something up and give us some information. So it kind of started from there.
And that was County Administrator John Lanford.
Yes.
And so what's happened since that time? I believe John and a few members of your community have gotten together, and then there appears to be remarkable progress. Where are we right now?
Where are we right now? We are we established a spark plug committee and also a management team. A spark plug committee. Yes, and those are the people that go within the communities and address the needs of the community. And so we went through the process and applied to the Department of Housing and Community Development.
And you got a planning grant.
Yes, we got a planning grant, and it's $40,000 was awarded to us in Richmond, and so that's where we are now. It was awarded, and we had to pick a consultant for our area, and we picked Hurt and Profit.
And Hurt and Profit have offices in Lynchburg, I think, and other areas. And at the meeting you had at the Wrightsville Baptist Church not long ago, I believe a lady named Sharon Carney, and then there was an engineer named Jessica Littlejohn, I believe.
Yes.
And they will those two individuals be working with your core group to assess the needs, and then you go from there for the bigger overall grant for the project?
That is correct. They're going to come through. Our community elected to do the infrastructure as well as the housing piece of it. So they'll come through and assess the community for the infrastructure, the things that need to be done for us, the roads, the drains, signs, different things like that. And then the housing piece, Mr. Brian Goodman will come.
He was good, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was really good.
He would tell you what he thought he could do and what he thought he couldn't do. But do you have any feel for the total number of structures that may be affected in the Wrightsville area?
The numbers, well, the residents can elect to choose to be a part of the housing part. They don't necessarily have to be a part of the housing application part of it, but it's a small community, so maybe 7, 8.
Well, it's got quite a history to it. At the meeting, there was some concern, well, will I lose some of my property? Do I have to do this? And I think your assurances, along with Littlejohn's and Goodman's, is that there's nothing being forced on anyone. If you want to be a part of the project, great. But your concept, when you dreamed this up, you must have said, well, we have some drainage issues, or we have some, some housing issues, and so this just came to your mind one evening while sitting at home?
Well, my grandparents and all my descendants and stuff are from Wrightsville.
Oh, okay.
Everybody that pretty much lives over there either have had an aunt or uncle or a grandparent or something that lived there. And as you can see, as you drive through there, it's one of the oldest communities, minority communities left in Alleghany County. So it's indeed in need of some work. I know from working out from some of my jobs that there is a lot of grants and things that's available out there. So we start to seek and see what it is that can be done for us in our community. So,
well, you spoke up, and what's really cool about it is there are grants for this kind of thing. It just took somebody to say, hey, let's do it.
Yes.
So it looks like Alleghany County is working with you pretty closely.
Alleghany County is our physical agent for the project.
Okay.
Alleghany County is the physical agent for the project. Everything that we do has to be approved by the Board of Supervisors, and they are the ones that doing the application process and everything. They'll be working closely with Hurt and Profit to the process.
helping with all that paperwork.
All the paperwork, because everything has to be done electronically. And so they'll go out there and they'll submit our grant, which we hopefully in March of 2019 for the big comprehensive grant.
Many people may not be aware, maybe hadn't watched the long videos or listened to the process with Alleghany County. But this is no small amount of money. I think you're considering or hoping for as little as $1.4 million. And I believe Miss Littlejohn said, hey, if we play our cards right, it might be substantially more. So this isn't just a dinky little project.
Yes.
You had bold ideas, and it looks like these people are going to be a part of the solution.
Yes, they are, and I have to give a lot of credit. So when we started the process, we did go down to here in Clifton Forge, Darlene Bertram, it's on the Roxbury project, and so she gave us a lot of information, ideas, thoughts, suggestions, and things that she had done to make her project successful. And so she's helped us and met with us several times to help us along.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear. Yeah. Now, if somebody wants to, if they live close to the project, or live close to the region, or if they're part of the actual physical Wrightsville area, and we're going to try to get a graphic of what the exact region is. I believe one of the architectural firms will help us with that. If they want to be a part of the project, how do they get in contact with you to say, hey, I've got some input here, or I've got some ideas?
I have an email address, and we do have a couple more people on the with the project. I don't have it with me, but my email address is Deloris Quarles, which is my name, @gmail.com. The McClinton Foundation also, which is on the web. You can contact them. Teresa Hammond at the Chamber of Commerce. She's on our management team. You contact them. And my phone number, my cell number is 434-665-8085.
This is a bundle of energy and ideas, and we thank you very much for coming in and joining us today.
Thank you, Jerry, for having me.